everybody, it's Kristin and it is time for some favorites. April has come and gone in a whirlwind, I might add. I had a lot of traveling for work, and also, as you guys know, I went to New York. And I just feel like I don't have a ton of favorites, but I also feel like I'm going to end up talking too much. So let's just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to talk about quickly, get them out of the way, are a few fails that I have for the month. The first one was that Amuse Bouche from Bite Beauty lipstick that I purchased in Beetroot. I already returned it. And I found out, and I talked to the gals at Sephora when I returned it, that new formulation has even more like oils and sort of, you know, goodness things, I think, for your lips. However, if you have a more mature lip where you're starting to get some lines here, all of those oils and that sort of thing will make it bleed down into your lines. That was a no-go for me. I could tell on first wear within the first couple hours it was not going to work for me. So I did go ahead and return that, and that sadly was a fail for me. It was a beautiful color, it just didn't work for me. I love their matte formula. It works so well for, at least on my lips, but any of the rest of their formulas, just as I get older, don't work for me. All right, I have two kind of, I feel like they're kind of random fails. This one, I don't know that I've ever heard anybody talk about this, but this is the Bath & Body Works True Blue Spa Shea Butter Fresh Foaming Body Buff. Okay, so here's the thing. I bought this, I get the heel of approval for my feet, and it was buy two, get one free, and I didn't really need 3 of those, so I went ahead and got this. Well, there's not a lot of scrubbiness that happens within here, and this like coats your skin. It's really difficult to get off. It just wasn't a favorite of mine. So I just thought I would let you guys know that in my opinion, this one's not a good one. And lastly, and that one, as well as this one, you probably heard me talk about in my empties. Last one is this Pantene Air Spray. It says 3 brushable stronghold. First of all, again, you probably saw this if you watch empties, but not everybody watches empties, so it does the strangest, you hear that? Like I don't even know what to do with this. It doesn't, I think it's just maybe a bad nozzle, but even when you do get product on your hair, it doesn't hold at all, not even a little bit. We're not talking about brushable hold, we're talking about no hold at all, so that was a fail. All right, on to some favorites. So I want to talk about this, and I don't normally, you guys know I've been burned before by mascaras where I talk about them in my favorites and then end up something goes bad. I've been wearing this mascara now for probably about a month. So this is the point at which in the past I would probably have an issue with the mascara if I'm going to. So I'm just going to give it a really quick mention, and then you won't hear me talk about it again until Mascara Madness at the end of the quarter. But this is the It Superhero Mascara. I've been wearing this. This is all I've been wearing for a month. I liked it so much in the first week that I traveled with it, and I just think that says something when you're willing to travel with a product. And I talked about that a little bit, I think, on Snapchat here and there and that sort of thing, but I do want to say the only thing that I don't appreciate, and I don't know if it's just mine or not, but sometimes when it comes out of the tube, it gets clumpy up there. But otherwise, this, you guys, you get this lash, these long lashes with 2 swipe. It's crazy. It's really, really good. This is some drama. If you don't want drama, you don't want this. But I will also say, you need a brush. This is the Buxom Lash. You need a brush kind of like this with something else to separate it out, because it can get clumpy. But for me, it's worth it to have the extra step because it's really good. All right, next let's move on to some foundation. And I have had a few sample foundations that I wanted to work through. You know, it was part of my makeup use up project, I should say. And this one was one of them, and I ended up really liking it. I'll link the review I just recently did below if you want to check that out. But this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. It is almost gone. I don't have very much left, but I was really impressed with this. I like a little longer wear out of it than what I get. I mean, I get about 8 hours in size breakdown, but generally the finish works. It works really well with lots of different primers. It works well with different powders. It works well on its own. I really like it. So if you haven't given this one a shot, maybe get a sample next time you are in Sephora. I feel like I can't find my words today, so there's gonna be lots of editing because I'll look over and say one more, and then I don't know what I'm looking at. Good gravy. All right, let's talk about a setting spray. I don't think I've ever talked about this, and you guys know I like my Max Fix Plus. I like the Max Charge Water. Recently, however, I decided I wanted to use up. I have a couple of bottles of this, one in my purse, and then I've had one here on my vanity. And I used it when I was in New York, and I've been using it you know, for the past, I don't know, probably 3 weeks, something like that. And I really like it. This is something that Laura Vitale had suggested to me a long time ago. And I just never really, you can see how much I've used of it now. But this is the, how about I tell you what it is? It's the Makeup Forever Mixed and Fix. And it works really, really well. It's similar to me. It functions similarly to MAC Fix Plus. But I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it has a little bit of a little more of a glow to it. It's kind of what maybe Fix Plus and Charge Water mixed together might do. I do really like it, and I've been using it, I mean, on and off for a couple of years. I just have never talked about it, so I thought I would give it a mention this month. A couple of highlighting products. This one, I can't remember if I talked about this last month or not, but this is the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I have the one in Gleam, and I really have enjoyed particularly using Crushed Pearl. And then, what is this other one? Starburst. I've enjoyed those mostly. These are more of a blush topper for me. These are more of a highlight. So I have been using these for over a month and really enjoying them. I just can't remember if I talked about it in the last month or not. So I wanted to give that a shout. However, since I got back from New York, the only highlight pretty much that I've used, I maybe used the Glow Kit once or twice, is this Clio Art Highlighter in Pearl White. I showed this in my haul. For those of you that sat through the 36 minutes that was that haul. And this is, did I say this is the one in Pearl White? So when I looked at this, when David and I were in there in the store, I was like, I don't know, until he put it on me. And so it looks scary because it's white, but it just gives the, I don't know if you can tell because I had to adjust the lighting quite a bit because of the sun behind me. But it just has the prettiest glow. I've been wearing it every day pretty much. I don't even know if pretty much is, I have worn it every day. I absolutely love it. It's just so pretty. And I know I did find it on their website. It was on sale. It was $38 when I bought it there. But when I looked on the website to link it for the for my haul video, it was on sale for $30. So I don't know if it still is or not, but the packaging is gorgeous. The product is gorgeous. I love it. I think it's probably the favorite thing that I purchased while I was there. A couple eyeshadow products I want to talk about. It's going to be a while till I get to doing this 4 Looks 1 palette because I have one coming up in May with Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, and then I also want to do one on the Violet Voss Pro Holy Grail palette. So that's why I'm talking about this in my favorites because by the way, I traveled with the Too Faced Bonbon palette. That could probably be in my favorites again. I've used it so much. However, since I have gotten home, I've used this a ton. And this is the color Prevails Nude and Neutral. So it looks like this. And those are the shades. These are really, really nice, you guys. What's nice for me anyway is this chalk one, even though it has a little bit of a sheen to it, I can use that as a brow bone highlight and cleanup color. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it comes off as a matte shade. And I can kind of use, I think I've brought in other transition colors, so you can stay within the palette. I prefer to bring in like one more matte, but it's just really pretty. I've enjoyed playing with this. I've worn it quite a bit. And the shadows stay really well, as they don't crease on me. They last all day. I've been really impressed with that. Another eyeshadow I want to talk about, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. This is gorgeous. It's so pretty. The pigment is nice. The smoothness is nice. The wear time is nice. It's all good. So this is I'm all ready to swatch it, even tell you what it is. The Girlactik shade in Penny. And it's the Girlactik Star Shadow. So this is what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. And this is all that I have on my lid today, except I have just a little bit of Blanc type from MAC on my brow bone. But it is a great, great, great one color look, or one shadow look. I only use one brush. I used the Sephora number 27 brush to pat on the lid, blend it out. That is that. So pretty. I really, really like it. I've worn it a bunch of times since I got it, and I like it because it makes my eyes pop, but I also it's just pretty. I don't have access to Girlactik, but I'm gonna look online to see if I can find some other swatches and that sort of thing, because I think I'd like to get a few more of these. You know, I have an eyeshadow shortage in my collection. All right, one thing that is on the pricier side of things that I have purchased recently and really enjoyed playing around with is the By Terry Sun Design palette. This is the number 2 Light and Tan Vibes. This is stunning. So a few times in the past few weeks, I've done just foundation, eyebrows, nothing on my eyes, and just kind of put a little bit of shape back in my face. And I've used this for that. It has just a little bit of glow to it. It's really, really pretty. So using this to kind of, you know, put some shape back into my face, and that for my cheek color. Oh, with the words. But I just really have liked this. It is very expensive. I don't know at this point if I can say you should go buy this, because I think it's like $80 or something like that, but I really have enjoyed using it, and so I wanted to give it a quick mention. Let's talk about lips quickly. I have just two things for lips. One is the Milani formula in general, but this particular shade, it is in Rose. It's just really pretty. It is actually a little bit different. You would think when you look at it that it's the same as a ton of other colors in my collection, but it's not. There's a little more deepness to it than a lot of the shades I kind of have in this sort of family of color, but I really like that, and I love this formula. It's really nice, and it smells kind of fruity or something, so I wanted to give that a mention. Then the other one that I have used a lot, and I don't think I talked about this in my last month. I don't know why I'm having a hard time remembering things that I've talked about, but this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, I think is the collection, and it's in Cabana Boy. So it's this one right there. And this is a really nice formula. It's creamy, it's smooth, it blends over. It smooths over your lips, doesn't show lines, but still has a matte finish, but it just has a little bit of satin to it to make it a little bit more comfortable and just look better on some older lips. Just saying. I did have one other product I wanted to show you guys in the eyeshadow. I had it set to the side and I forgot to show you guys. So I know that this particular shade, I don't think was on the website when you guys went to look. I don't know if it will come back or not. I have no idea. But at that same Clio store, that Club Clio store that I went to in Union Square, they had these little jewel pods and they were new, and so maybe that's part of the reason why. But the shade that I have just fallen in love with is Be Trendy. I have a brush out here so I can give you a better swatch of it than with my finger. It's kind of tricky to get your finger down in there. So it looks like that. It's just so pretty. I mean, it's a very typical sort of Kristin color. There it is. And I just feel like it adds the prettiest sheen without sort of aging your eyes. It doesn't, you know, sometimes when you have that much metallic, it can look not as nice on eyes, on older eyes. Sometimes when it has that much metallicness to it, it doesn't look quite as good, but I think it just looks really pretty. They wear really well. It's pretty. It's very pretty. So again, that is the Holy Deep Jewel Pot, and it's in Be Trendy. It does say number 7 next to it as well. So again, looks like that. And I know that when I went to look on the site to see about other shades, they don't have swatches of the other ones. They just have names. So I can't tell you, because I didn't, like, I wish I would have maybe taken pictures of some of the other swatches that we did. I can't tell you what the other shades look like. I can just tell you that this one is really nice. All right, lastly, I have a random favorite. Every once in a while I have one of these, and I saved one of these. I had 3 boxes of them in all different flavors. Like, I bought them at Target at some point and then have, you know, like rationed them out to myself because I haven't seen them here yet. I'm sure they will come. So these are the Kind Healthy Grains. I don't know what, it says Popped. Healthy Grains Popped. This is the one in Salted Caramel. I had other ones in the same shape. There was like a blueberry one and then like a dark chocolate one that was in like a red packaging. These are really good, and I have really enjoyed these in the morning, like with my coffee, to kind of get a little breakfast in me. Otherwise, it happens a lot that I get to work and I don't eat something until maybe 10 or 11, which is not what you're supposed to do. So I just wanted to give these mentions. They're really quick. They're really quick. They're really quick because you're not doing anything to it. They're really easy to throw in your purse, or, you know, just if you have to grab something quick while you're getting ready in the morning. I really like them, and I thought I would just give a mention to them. It's kind of a toss-up between the salted caramel and the dark chocolate ones, which one I prefer best. But anyway, I thought I would let you guys know that. So I think that's everything. For a video I thought was going to be very short, I certainly went on a little bit. What are you gonna do? On my face today, I think I have told you, I told you what was on my eyes as far as eyeshadow. I have the Makeup Forever foundation on, and then I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon Bronzed Garnet, which is one of these, just as liner on my upper lash line, and smudged out just a little bit beneath my lower lash line. It looks like that. just playing around with that for the first time. On my lips today, I have, oh, on my cheeks first, let's do that. I have the Hourglass in Dim Infusion. Looks like that's just such a really pretty sort of peaches and cream. On my lips, I have Bobbi Brown Almost Pink, which looks like that. And then over the top of that, I have the CoverGirl Queen Collection Gloss, and this is the one in Sugar something, I think. Nope, Starlet Sand. Looks like that. And that, my friends, is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye!